Hello and good morning to all. Welcome to your computer class. It is the second part of our second chapter, that is functions and charts in MS Excel. In the first part, we have discussed about the basic components of MS Excel. In that part only, I have told you about the basic definition of functions and the concept of ranges. In this part, we have to discuss about various functions, their types and their use. So now let's start. As I have told you in the previous turn that our functions are divided into four categories. These four categories are mathematical functions, string functions, statistical functions and logical functions. So today in this turn we have to discuss about the first two categories, mathematical functions and string functions. And in the next turn we will discuss about the statistical functions and the logical functions. Now let's begin. Our first functions are arithmetical or mathematical functions. Well, arithmetic or mathematic means any sort of functions which provides you some features or facilities through which we can add, subtract, multiply, divide, or we can perform various mathematical operations over our data values. So such functions which give us these features are termed as arithmetic or mathematical functions. The first function that we have to learn is sum function. I hope that you all have used this function. The sum function is generally used to add numbers. By using the sum function, we can add two numbers, we can add multiple numbers, and we can also select ranges and then we can add numbers. It is used to add all the numbers in the specified range of cells. The syntax of sum function is equals to sum a1 colon a5. Well, it means whenever you have to calculate the sum of any number, you have to use this particular rule or the syntax. In this syntax, whatever you will write in between these two brackets will be added. So it means if in case you will write any cell reference or any cell address, the values of that cell will be added. And if in case you will write any number, then those numbers will be added. Fine. Next function we have as product function. Product function is generally used to calculate the product of the numbers. Product means to multiply the numbers. So it means this function is generally used to multiply the numbers which are given in the cells or which are given in the specified range of cells which we have selected. The use of this function is simple. We have to write product followed by the cell range, or in place of the cell range we can directly pass the values or directly cell references. Fine. The minimum values which are required by this product function is at least two values or two arguments are required. The same is with the sum function. Our third function is sqrt. Sqrt stands for square root. Fine. So this function, square root function, is used to find the possible square root of the given value. So it means with the help of this square root function, we can calculate the square root of the given value or any given cell address. Fine. And that value will be positive. Fine. Then next we have power function. This power function is used to calculate the powers of the given numbers. Now suppose we have to calculate 2 raised to the power 3, or we have to find the power of any given number. So for that case we can use power function. It is used to find the power or result of a number raised to a power. And the syntax of this function is very simple. We have to write equals to power, then inside the power we have to write number, then we have to pass power. Fine. So suppose you want to calculate 2 cubes. So for that you will write equals to power 2, 3. Fine. Next we have round function. This round function is used to round off the given values up to a specified number of digits. Fine. Now let's suppose you have any numerical value which is in the form of decimal numbers or which has some decimal points. So in that case, if you want to round off that number, for that you can use the round function. And this round function will simply round off all the decimal point numbers up to the given number of digits. And the use of this function is very simple. We have to write equals to round, then that number or that cell reference, and then the number of digits that we want. I hope that you have got this much. Now, with the help of a very simple example, we have to discuss about these few functions that we have learned just now. So let's see what we can do. Suppose we have these few numbers that we have to add. Now for adding these numbers, we can write a very simple function like this. We can write equals to sum in brackets we have to pass this cell range, and for writing the cell range we have to write C1 colon C6. Fine. We are writing C just because right now I am working with this column number C. Fine. So in this place you have to pass your cell range or the cell reference in which your values are given. So if I will write this much and press the enter key, the result will be 35. It is possible that the sum of all these numbers will be 35. Fine. Now let's suppose I have to find the product of these two values. I have to find the sum of these two values. Now for calculating sum we have to write equals to, for calculating product we will write equals to product. Then we have to select both of these cell ranges and then we have to press the enter key. So when you will do so, you will get your multiplication result. Fine. As you can see, when I have selected the cell, here on this formula bar, my formula or my function is visible. That is product C1 colon C2. Fine. So these were first two functions. Now suppose we have to calculate the square root of this number 9. So for calculating square root, we will write equals to SQRT and then we will select this particular cell. And then we have to press the enter key. The answer is 9. Suppose we want to calculate the square root of a number, that is, let's say 1726. So we will write SQRT 1726 and then we have to press the enter key. Fine. As we can see that this number is a square root of 41.54 and something. Now the result that we have got just now, this result is in the decimal form or fractional form. Let's suppose you want to round off this number. So for rounding of this number, you will write equals to round. Then you will write E5. You will write E5 because our number is in cell E5. And then we will put a comma. And let's suppose you want to round off this number up to 2 decimal points. So we will write 2. And then we have to press the enter key. So as you can see now our number is rounded off. And the value is 41.55. Fine. Now let's suppose you want to calculate cube of 8. Fine. Suppose you want to calculate cube of 8, or let's say that you want to calculate square of 17. Fine. So for calculating square of 17, you have to write equals to power. In the bracket you will write 17, then power, and then you have to press the enter key. The result will be 289. Fine. So these were some functions that we have discussed till now. So after these few functions, we have to discuss about our next category, that is string functions. These string functions are generally used whenever we have to work over some text values. These text values can be a character, it can be a sentence, or it can be a paragraph that we have written in a spreadsheet. Fine. The few functions that we have to learn are left, right, mid, lower, upper, and proper. The first function is left function. Now suppose in a particular word you want to fetch some letters from the left side. For that case you will use the left function. So this left function returns the specified number of characters from the start of a supplied string or from the left side of a supplied string. The syntax of this function is very simple. We have to write equals to left, then text followed by the number of characters that we want to fetch. Next we have right function. Right function is similar to left, but instead of fetching the characters from the left side, it fetches the characters from the right side, that is the end of a supplied string. And the syntax is similar. We have to write equals to right, text followed by the number of characters that we want to fetch. Fine. Next function we have as mid function. Mid function is generally used to find the middle letters or middle characters of a supplied string. Fine. The syntax of this mid function is equals to mid, text, comma the starting position, and then the number of characters that we want to fetch. Fine. Next we have lower function, upper function. So this lower function and upper function are generally used to convert our text into the lower case or into the upper case. Fine. Then next we have proper function. This proper function is generally used to write our sentence in the sentence case. Well, as you can see over here, this heading is written in the uppercase only. Now let's suppose you want to write this heading in such a way that only this S will be in the capital case, whereas all these other characters will be in the small case. This is termed as the proper case or the sentence case, and for that we can use this proper function. Now let's discuss about these few. Well, let's suppose in the cell A2, we have a string, that is, we are learning MS Excel. Now let's say that from this string you want to fetch some characters from the left. So for that you will write equals to left, then this string, that is A2, comma, let's suppose we have to fetch VR. So for fetching VR, we have to fetch total 6 characters. Fine. These 6 characters will be W, E, space, A, R, E. So we will write 6 over here. And then we have to press the enter key. Fine. As you can see just now we have got the 6 letters only. So it was left function. Now suppose we want to find some characters from the right side. Suppose we want to fetch this MS Excel. So for that we can write equals to right. Then we have to select the string and then we have to put a comma. And then we have to fetch how many? We have to fetch total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 characters from this side. So we will write 8. And then we have to press the enter key. Fine. So as you can see now we have got the last part of this string, that was MS Excel. Now suppose we want to fetch a word from the middle of this given string. So for that we have to use the mid function or the middle function. So for that we will write equals to mid, and suppose you want to fetch this word learning. So first we have to select the string, then we have to write the starting point of this particular word, that is, it is our 8th character, and because in this word we have total 8 characters that we have to fetch, so we will write 8. So it will give us the value as learning in this case. Fine. I hope that you have got this much. Now suppose you want to write this whole string in the lower case. So for writing this whole string in the lower case, you will write equals to lower brackets in this particular string. So as you can see just now, that this complete string is in the lower case format. Suppose you want to write the whole string in the upper case. So for that you will write equals to upper, then the string. Fine. So as you can see that this complete string is written in the capital letters only. Now let's suppose you want to write this in the proper case. Fine. So in the proper case, if we will write equals to proper and then this given string. Fine. So in the proper case, it will simply capitalize each word. Fine. That is, each word will start with the capital letters. Fine. Okay. So I hope that you have got this much very properly. This is all for today. In the next class, we have to discuss about statistical functions and logical functions. Thank you so much for watching. Complete your work on time. Stay healthy and stay safe.